Hello.
Hello.
I'm Bo.
I'm Brandon.
And this is the Two Dunes podcast. And it feels like we haven't done this in forever.
Yeah.
And I realized that I've forgotten to record a third track. But we're good now.
Okay.
Look at that. The magic of editing. That wasn't editing.
Yeah.
But I'll have to go back and see if there's weird bits. I'm Bo.
I'm Brandon. So since we last recorded, I excuse me, had some time where I needed to just hang on a second. That's terrible. Sorry. But my voice was weird.
I feel like I want to cut that out, but I also feel like I want to leave it in.
I didn't do it into the mic.
Yeah, I know, but it's still there.
I should have ran across the room. Anyway, so
I'm making noise.
When I run out of the weekly podcasts that I listen to, then I go and listen to some other ones or listen to old episodes of things I didn't listen to or whatever. So
did you listen to our podcast?
I did listen to our podcast because it's been I'm way behind, which is fine. I don't need to listen to it in general, but
you were there
because I was there. But part of what I like is that because I'm so behind, it's really 2 years or almost since we did the recording or whatever. I'm like, I don't know what we talked about. But one of the things I found is that there was at least 2 episodes in a row where we did not do the alternating who goes first thing.
Oh yeah. I could have told you that.
But I think it was funny because one of the episodes I was listening to, you were like, no, we alternate. You made a point of it. And then I think the next episode we didn't.
Which is great.
So
that's great.
Yeah, I'm on I don't know, episode 26 maybe.
I'm caught up because I love myself.
Oh, good.
It's not true at all. I mean, I do, but not my voice.
I actually just was thinking last night, I was I need to purge or just unsubscribe to a bunch of these podcasts that I subscribe to.
Yeah.
Because I just do not listen to them.
I stopped listening to...
and they're massive enough that my one unfollow won't hurt anybody.
I've stopped listening to In Defense of Ska.
Yeah.
I like it and I like the guests sometimes. And then I'm I don't even know who that is, but I'm interested in learning. Mm-hmm. But I'm just so far behind that I feel oh my God. And they also have these teaser episodes. Okay. So they have a extra join the Patreon, and then they tease those episodes, and I'm and they're good.
Yeah.
And I'm they're really good at teasing because they had Jeff Rosenstock on as the extra podcast, and it then at a point. Is that my chair?
Yeah,
it is. They ended at a point where I'm I want to know the answer to that. And then they're crap. And I'm not going to pay for that.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of subscriptions. I got rid of all of my Patreon stuff.
Yeah. I forgot that I'm on the 3-month thing for the Vinyl Me Please.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I got hit with that, and I was oh, crap.
Yeah.
So I need to either unsubscribe to that or just go back to the monthly.
Yeah.
I save a few bucks if you do the 3-month thing, but then it comes out all at once.
Yeah. I get it.
I'm a broke college student, Bo.
You are
a broke college student and broke teacher.
I'm also a broke college student and teacher. Wow, we're the same person.
Wow.
Yesterday.
What if that was the whole thing? Is that there actually just was one of us?
Yeah.
But we figured out a way to make it sound like there's 2 of us.
Mm.
So even when we talk over each other, that's just careful editing.
It would just be yes, it'd be great. Yeah. It'd be awesome. So this is one of the closest times of recording to releasing.
Mm-hmm. I think we had one that was on a Monday
and released on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, we've done that. But so Saturday, they had the first Evergreen Art Jam.
Oh yeah.
At their soon-to-be next location.
Okay.
In Lingelstown.
Oh, sweet. Which is where exactly?
So, Lingelstown Road, and there was a sports park complex thing by a golf range, and then Rita's, and then Italian something or other, and then there's this big thing, and then there's kimchi place.
Yeah, it's a soccer complex.
Yes, but so they've owned the building for over a year.
Okay.
And just haven't done anything with it. But they decided to put on an art show, and my wife, who does art, did it, and it was really cool. It was nice. It was too long, I would say, as a vendor. It was too long. Kind of died around 5, and we were supposed to be there till 6. And everyone was kind of cleaning up at 5:30 because also the storm was coming in.
Oh, right.
And people were like, yeah, we need to get out of here. It was nice because it's also close to my house.
Yeah.
It's like in between where we live and my wife's work. So like, as she passes it every day.
Nice.
And I'm going to be there all the time when, actually I'm probably not, but when they actually open the facilities. But people were there, like, so you would go into the building to go to the bathroom. And then I went one time, and then there was this guy that's like, what's going on here? And it's like, I'm like, or like, is this place open? And I'm like, well, it's eventually, I explained the whole situation. It's eventually going to be this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I used to watch wrestling here. And I'm like, that's cool. It was an older guy.
Yeah.
And then he didn't even like go, it was like the craft show was in the back. But I think he was just like, no, don't worry about it. I'm just going to, and people would go in and like not know. They're like, oh, it's around back.
Yeah.
Which my thought is like, why didn't you have it inside?
Yeah.
Unless it's like it's messy in there.
Yeah,
They just didn't want to like, we'll just put it outside because.
So they're taking over that whole thing?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So they're kicking the kimchi place out?
No, I think everything back.
Okay. So like the soccer place?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I don't think they own that part because that place is still going strong.
Okay.
And I assume that, like, why would you kick food places out of like?
Well, I mean, if they're gonna have their own, like they have their own food at the
at the
regular spot.
Yeah, but like they have I think that they would use those places and be like, hey, we can order for you here, and we'll go next door and deliver it.
Gotcha.
Which would be like kind of cool because it's like, hey, you want to come here? We've got Japanese and kimchi, and I don't even know what it really is. I think there's kimchi there, but it's not just strictly Korean food. I think. Yeah. I don't really know.
I drive by it all the time, and I'm not even sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday.
Sweet. I did a bunch of grad work.
Yeah. How many classes are you taking right now?
Only 3.
Okay.
But they are keeping me busy.
I'm gonna start one in a month and a couple days.
Yeah.
From now.
Yeah,
and then my play is in a month too.
Nice.
So there's rehearsal today at noon. Starts. And then until 5 because there's 2 casts. Yeah, it'll be fine. It sneaks up on you because like we work in the summer and we're like, oh, we got plenty of time, and then school hits and it's like, oh, it's school time, and then you're like, oh, we got a month, by the way.
Yeah.
Because we take off like most of August because band camp starts up for we share a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here to talk about 2 tunes.
Who's first?
I'm first. Because I listen to the podcast. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know much about this band because...
That's going to be a recurring theme today.
Yeah, it really is because, like... Yeah, this episode and next episode. Let's go to the Wikipedia page because it knows all, which means it also knows nothing. So Slow Pulp is the band. Their album comes out on the 29th. There are, I think, 4 songs out right now. I don't really know where. I mean, I probably just found it where I normally find my people's, which is Apple Music. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Apple has started a Discovery radio station.
Okay.
So it's not like this is what you've been listening to. It's just like we're just going to show you things that like might be similar that you've never heard before. And so far, A, they're all really good, and B, I have not heard. I mean, I heard of one band called Get Dead that played on it, but other than that, like I've just been like, that's cool. Add.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Add. It's not like the Made for You is very much like you listen to this. Here's another song off that record that you listened to, or you have this saved already. Here's the song that's on it that you probably heard because you already listened to it. So Slow Pulp is an indie rock band from Madison, Wisconsin, but now based in Chicago, Illinois. This is their, I think, second full length. Yeah, it's a second full length called Yard. It's going to be released on Anti. Their first record, or the first studio record, came out in 2020. And like, if you read the Wikipedia page of that record, which is Moveys, Moveys.
I think it's movies.
Maybe
spelled weird. I don't know.
Movies. It just reads like and the world turned to shit, and everybody and it sucked, but they did this thing. So I think that this track, I love the guitar sound of it and the production of it, and I don't know specifically who produced it, but I think it's the guitar player of the band produced it, because that's who produced their previous record. So here is Doubt off of Yard by Slow Pulp. Like I like the guitar tone. I like the drum grittiness to it, and the bass grittiness to it.
I really like this song. I listened to Slugs also, which is another one of their singles that's out.
Yep.
I love that too.
Very 90s grungy.
Yeah, totally.
Like this could fit in there. And kind of has the what's the song? Teenage Dirtbag?
Okay, I can hear that.
Drum wise, a little bit.
When I was very first listening, like the very first time and stuff, I kind of expected it to take a turn, like go harder at some point.
Yeah.
Not like it would have already happened by now.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I thought it was going to happen like 2/3 of the way in. I thought it was going to like that opening little statement and then it was going to go somewhere different. But I like that it just kind of hangs out here. This vibe. There's little things happening in your ears.
If you listen in headphones, if you listen in your car, you might not miss it, or you might miss it, or if you're listening on your phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the more I think about it, it feels like Wheatus.
Okay. I mean, I don't know any other Wheatus songs.
I don't either, but like those all exist in Teenage Dirtbag.
Sure.
With the little like weird things that go on, like one time.
Yeah, I was listening to this yesterday, and I was like, I just liked this song enough that I actually was like, ooh, okay, they've got this. What do you call it? Waterfall release or whatever.
Yes.
So it's like there's 3 or 4 tracks that are out, but they're all going to be on that album, so they're all kind of in their own thing right now. So I was like, oh, I'll just keep listening to the next couple tracks, and I listened to Slugs, which I really liked. And then I don't remember if I listened to another one. Slugs I just remember because of the name, but also because I really liked it. But yeah, I dig them.
Yes, so.
It's funny too. You know, like that whole thing of like you see you don't see, or what's the thing? You get a green car and then all you see is green cars.
Yes.
Last week I was on Anchor 84 Records website, which is who Church Girls is with.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, one, I should buy that Church Girls album, like their last album, because I've been meaning to buy that. So let me buy that.
Which one is that?
Is it
Blooms
Haunted?
Or whatever? Yeah, Still Blooms.
Still Blooms. No,
Haunted came before.
Yeah, that was first. So I was like, oh, I've been meaning to buy that. Let me buy that. Let me see what else they have. Let me see who else is on their label, that kind of stuff. And they had a band on there. I should look up the actual name. I think it's Slow Tide or Slow Dive. I can't remember. But then I've just been seeing all these different band names with the word slow in it.
Gotcha.
So I
think it's Slow Diver.
Maybe.
And
then you send through. This was all just within like the last like 5 or 6 days, and then you sent through Slow Pulp, and I was like, "What is going on right now?
Every band
called slow?" Hang on, I want to get the name actually correct of this group. And of course, they're not like. They must be an older band on their thing because they're not listed as current. Slow Trip.
Okay.
Slow Trip. But then the band Slow Dive came up, and then Slow Pulp, and I think there was like a fourth one. Okay. It just was kind of funny.
You're just seeing all these slow bands.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
Is there a band called Slow?
Probably. There's probably a band called Slow, SLOW. There's probably several bands called that.
Yeah.
There's also probably one that's like SLO, and then like the O has like the slash over the top or whatever.
Yeah, like the pedal.
Yeah.
Slew.
Sure.
Somebody pronounced it. So there's a pedal called slow, SLO, but like
Is the O with the slash or O line over top?
I think it's with dots.
Oh, with umlaut, so it'd be sl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it that way.
Yeah, I got you. Did we talk about that thing with the dots?
The umlaut or the dude?
The other one.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Go ahead.
So, okay.
Remember, this could be everybody's first episode.
Yeah. So if you, so umlaut is its own thing. It's 2 dots over the vowel, right?
Yep.
And it's kind of like an elision of vowels in a way. Like you sort of, it changes the way you pronounce something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like instead of slow, you say slu. It kind of like does that sort of thing with it. But there's a different version, and now I forget what the name of it is called. I'll have to try to look it up. But if you were to write the word like cooperate,
Yeah.
the 2 O's have distinct sounds, right? Cooperate. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's two sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, there's a couple ways you could write it. You can just write it as is, especially because it's a word that we just sort of know.
Yeah.
Although, if you didn't know, you might call it like cooperate, right?
Oh, okay.
The other way you could do it is you could put a dash, co-operate.
Yes.
Because that's also what it is. Or there's this thing, and it's the 2 dots, so it looks like an umlaut, but it is not an umlaut, where you would put the 2 dots over the second O.
Okay.
I got to look up the name of it because I've it's like got a thing. But it also, if you look at like the name like Zoe or Chloe, you'll sometimes see that over the E's.
Yeah.
And that's why. It's because of that thing.
Okay.
And that's what it is. But it just made me think about it. But
where 2 of the same vowels have
I read like
different pronunciations.
a short article about it on like
Wow.
The Atlantic or New York Times or something. A friend of mine posted it, but
Okay.
but now I can't.
This has been your nerd minute.
Yeah, give me talk about something else while I like.
We could pause it and we
try
could
to
just do some
find it.
research.
Let's do that.
It took us 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was like right after. So I found it, and I already know the joke you're going to make about it, but
Want to make a joke?
yeah, probably. It is called a diaresis.
Yeah, that is joke worthy. I don't have one, but I think it sits with itself.
Yeah, diaresis. But it was a New Yorker article called "The Curse of the Diaresis." Oh my god! So, yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Just post the headline on whatever's. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Curse of the diaries.
Diaresis, yes.
Diary.
And plural would be diareses, I guess. Yeah.
So dumb. Okay.
Did you see the story about the poor guy who like had diaresis on an airplane and they had to like land the plane because of it?
No.
Oh god, it was awful. Apparently,
I don't really use or look up poop.
Well, I didn't
news.
look it up either. It just was
there's probably a website that is just diarrhea stories.
probably, but it kind of made like national headlines or whatever. But then people were doing like not videos about the guy, but about like there was like one that was supposed to be like his wife, like responding to the thing. I don't know. It was, if you don't know, then you don't. It's fine. Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on away from
Okay, random stupid thing.
diareses.
So, one of the members of Wheatus, his name is Brandon B. Brown,
Okay.
and one of the
Don't
teachers.
dox me right now.
What?
You're doxing me. That's me. It's Brandon Bittner Brown.
Okay. Brendan. Sorry, Brendan B. Brown.
Yeah.
And we have a teacher
that's not
here.
me.
We have a teacher here.
Yeah.
Brandon. I don't know if it's Brandon or Brendan, but it's Brendan Brown, Mr. Brown.
Nice. Is he in Wheatus?
Maybe he is. Maybe like, I loved you in Weeders. Did you see that video where people realize, oh my God, he's doing the girl voice too? And it's like, you couldn't tell that wasn't a girl.
Oh, yeah. I've not seen that reaction.
Yeah. I think it's dumb. Anyways, it's your turn.
It's my turn. I know pretty much nothing about this artist because there's not much out there.
Yeah.
There might be another Zac Crook also, who's a musician. But this Zac Crook is based out of Athens, Georgia, singer-songwriter whose quote-unquote level-headed love songs are inspired by the relationships in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So, and his goal is to have his audience feel a little less alone when they hear his songs. It's very sweet. But yeah, he doesn't really have much as far as like a bio.
So the first thing that pops up is a sponsored ad for Artlist, which is YouTube Music. You can subscribe to Artlist.io.
Okay, that's where I just found that very brief bio.
And so that's his number one. Then his number two is Instagram, and then it goes into Spotify, Apple.
There's also a Bandcamp link, but I don't think it's him.
Yeah. Like the one that says "Stop putting words in the good Lord's mouth."
Yeah, I don't think that's him. Because when you click on it and go there, like
there's another one that says he's from Jacksonville, Florida.
That's where he was born.
Okay.
But this one on Bandcamp is from Michigan, and it's just not him.
Okay.
So, anyway, I found Zac Crook through Hey Nothing, who we talked about on here before. Mm-hmm. They posted about like, oh, he's got this new album out. Go check it out. And I was like, oh, okay, give it a listen, and I like it. This was just the first song on the album, and so it was the first thing I heard, and I added it to the playlist for this podcast. I was like, what is this thing that we're doing for the podcast? and I hadn't, and then I realized like I hadn't gone back and listened to like the rest of it because I just kind of like this song.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the rest of it last night when I was driving around. I think that you personally will really like track 2.
Okay.
Which is called Shark Attack Christ Air.
Okay.
All one word, all caps.
Okay.
I just think, and I think you would like, I don't know, we'll get your opinions on this particular song, but I think you would like more of the album because of from a production perspective.
Okay.
He does a lot of interesting productional things. Please do.
Single for the Summer.
Single for the Summer.
Off of the album MVP 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very you.
Yeah. Yeah. This one, this is the most, I won't say normal, but most like straight ahead kind of song. Several others are similar to this as well, but like more of them have like more productional aspects going on, some like weird form things going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this one gives a me vibe for sure.
I love that bass sound.
Yeah. Have you listened to Bruno Major at all?
No.
Not Bruno Mars, Bruno Major. I'll bring him in as well to the podcast, but similar vibe in some ways, especially on some other songs.
This is very straight ahead, kind of like.
Yeah. Like, this is probably the single.
Was it the first track?
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you would listen to more of it and you hear some of the other songs, you're like, oh, okay, that one's maybe a little too adventurous to put out as a single kind of thing. This one's a little more radio ready, I guess, too.
Oh, yeah.
Still using that as like a...
It's mixed well. Mm-hmm. And I like the stereo spread and how there's 2 guitars, but like the bass.
Yeah, the bass is really good.
I love the bass sound. I need to learn how to make that bass sound. I think it's a P bass. Mm-hmm. Our resident bass guitar expert will chime in.
Yeah.
Will text me later.
I wonder if that's him or if it's got a band. I don't know.
Maybe. These days you don't know.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mitchell from Church Girls about production. Mm-hmm. And mainly about his own stuff. And he's like, oh, I did everything. I'm like, it's really good.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard this. I think I only listened to it like a couple times. And every time we play stuff, listening through these headphones is such a different experience than listening through my AirPods.
Yeah. The song also has a summer vibe to it.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's called Single for the Summer, but...
When did the album come out?
Just a couple weeks ago, like beginning of September 1st.
Okay, but when did this single come out?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, or if it was.
Hang on. Oh, this one has the. Oh no, Shark Attack Christ Air was the single. Interesting.
It seems kind of weird to have a song called "Single for the Summer" come out at the end of summer.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's on the record. I didn't like that. I didn't like the end. I didn't like the hard,
The chopped.
Yeah, it's just like and then nothing.
Does it go right into the next?
You tell me. The next track.
Just Shark Attack Christ Air. So this is just me playing it through my phone.
Okay, hold up to the. No,
it doesn't.
No. I want to point out something, by the way. So last week's episode with this covers episode, the Eagles tune. It's not going to be up on. I mean, most people don't listen to us through YouTube, but it will not be up on YouTube because Eagles doesn't
Just shut it down.
Blocked everywhere. Like if you have an Eagles song, blocked.
Cool.
So there you go.
Way to go, guys.
They don't want their music on the
They're
internet.
all like billionaires, but sure, that's fine.
Aren't they like all dead?
Most of them.
Well, at least maybe the assholes. I don't know.
It's a band that like every time I hear a single, I'm like, oh, it's a pretty good song, whatever. But I'm like, I'm not gonna go listen to the Eagles.
Yeah, speaking of the same kind of time period, Fleetwood Mac released recently the live version of Rumors that they played in 1970s. So, and I listened to like just the first track because then I'm like, I don't have enough time for this. And I'm wondering like how many of those songs I do know, like off Rumors.
Oh yeah, I don't offer Rumors. I don't know specifically, but
you probably know a ton of songs off Rumors.
Okay,
like probably almost all.
Well, that's what I mean. I just don't know what songs are off of that album.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably all of the hits. I know that. I think the Dreams is on there. Like there was a TikTok craze.
Yeah.
Girls on skates.
Who's that guy? Is that guy with skateboard and like drink Kool-Aid or whatever?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was the whole thing.
Okay.
That was what started it, but then other people did it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Chain is on there. Never
Break the Chain or whatever. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Somebody just covered that not too long ago.
Chain?
Yeah.
I think it's just called
Is
Chain.
it just called Chain?
I think
Okay.
so. I don't really know.
It could be. But somebody just covered that within the last, I don't know, it might be like year.
Yeah. Rumor.
Yeah.
Chain, Songbird, Dreams, never going back again. I don't want to know. Gold Dust Woman, but I really only know that because of Hole covered it.
Okay.
And then I went back and like listened, but that was like in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Okay.
Isn't that the song?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big Fleetwood Mac person.
Every song on here has a Wikipedia page.
Yeah. I don't really like Stevie Nicks' voice.
Okay.
So I don't really listen to her solo stuff. At least her later stuff. The coolest thing I know about Fleetwood Mac is they did that one live concert in like the 90s and they had USC's marching band come up and play with them.
Okay.
On like Tusk, maybe another song too. But that I remember, and I was like, "That's cool." I remember seeing that on like PBS.
Yeah.
When they would do their fundraisers, and like that's the only time they play the really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's our podcast. I think
that's our podcast. I think.
So if you'd like to get a hold of us,
Bo's number is
774-4298.
What is that?
That's my childhood phone number.
Oh, okay.
To a house that I don't know. I mean, maybe you could call that.
All right.
I did not give you the area code though.
Yeah. Figure it out.
You probably could. Anyways, I think it's spelled city.
Oh.
Like
that's fun.
Yeah, my friend Nate, he figured out like a whole bunch of like it spells this, and that was pre-internet.
Wait, so what was your 3-digit code? The like local one?
774.
774. I wonder what that. Because like the whole thing,
Yeah.
they always make fun of it on The Simpsons, like Klondike 5, like KL5, which gives you like 555.
Yeah.
But that was like a thing.
Yeah.
Is that's how people would say. That's where like Pennsylvania 65000 comes from.
Yeah.
Do you know that like old Glenn Miller tune?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, back in the day before cell phones, like cities. So you had your area codes, which were giant areas.
Yeah.
And then you had local. Then the next 3 digits were cities, and then you just have your 4 digits at the end. Yeah. So like Girard and Lake City were 774. Fairview was 474, and I don't know anything past that.
Yeah. It's like Hershey was 533.
Yeah. And you didn't have to actually type in the area code, but now you do because there's too many people in the world.
Yeah. Do you know the thing with area codes too is the big deal was like where you were on the dial. Like when you had to like move, when you had to do the physical move the thing around the dial, the rotary phone. Thank you. Like New York City, was 212.
Yeah,
because it was like an important city and whatever, and so you only had to go 212. Like it was right there. It wasn't that far. But like California or whatever, like 909, like that's all the way. Both of all those numbers all the way at the end of the thing.
It took you a lot longer.
Yeah,
the small like 814. 717. Those are pretty any high numbers.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we
this has been old guy talk.
This is old guy talk Brandon with Bo and Brendan. So if you would like to get a hold of us, you can find us on the Discord. There is a link in the description. You can email us at twotunespodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
We are on the Instagrams. Yes. We're posting weekly there.
Yes.
Of just what this episode is.
Yep.
Go follow all the peoples that listen or that we play, and then go listen to them. And if you dig them, save it, listen to it, tell your friends. Also tell your friends about this podcast. And I'm still mixing. So if you'd like to have your song mixed by me, mixed by Bo, there's a mixer that goes like just like mixed by Ali.
Yeah.
Like that's his handle. I forget who he's done, but like big name.
Nice.
So we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.